Sister Wives ironic Kody Brown calling Cristin Crybaby. Sister Wives fans find it ironic that Kody Brown once referred to Cristin Brown Woolley as a crybaby. She may have been an emotional person in the past, but now she has gotten her groove back. He is not left with his fourth wife, Robyn Brown, who has been dubbed Sobbin' Robyn. Therefore, the irony is palpable. Keep reading for further details. Ironic Kody Brown calling Cristin Crybaby. In the past, Kody Brown tended to call his wives names. He referred to his former second wife, Janelle Brown, as the Teflon Queen. Luckily for Janelle, she has taken his insults and turned them into profit. She recently launched a t-shirt line based on some of the rude things her ex said to her. He never can take accountability for his behavior, something his children have noted in past episodes. His son, Gabe Brown, has blatantly said that he cannot reconcile with his father until he acknowledges what he has done wrong. That is likely never going to happen. Since Cristin Brown Woolley left the plural family, Kody has been adamant that she is gossiping about him. He believes she and Janelle got into the kids' ears and turned them against him. However, when the OG children have their say, on and off camera, they feel betrayed by Kody. Maddie Brush Brown, daughter of Janelle and Kody, has a podcast in which she is very candid. Yet, he keeps on going and is relentless. In a resurfaced Sister Wives clip, Kody can be seen calling Cristin a crybaby. In the photos that followed the one of Cristin allegedly crying, there is a handful of Robyn with her sobbing face. They were showcased on a Reddit thread, as she has become known for breaking down in every single episode. The OP wrote this of the scenario. Isn't it ironic, don't you think? They added how Kody Brown called Cristin a crybaby when in actuality his favorite wife is the one who cries more than anyone on the show. Who's crying now? Sister Wives fans had a lot to say regarding Kody Brown's statement. When they did a rewatch, they all had different views over who was the biggest crier. Yet, they all concluded Robyn Brown was the ultimate crybaby. A little too ironic, yeah, I really do think. I thought Mary cried the most. But then Robyn saw that tears equaled more camera time, so she turned on the waterworks. In Season 18, when they were talking about the gift exchange and how Robyn sabotaged it, Garrison said he refused to talk individually with Robyn because she would just cry to manipulate them some. Cristin at one point had like 6 kids under what? Like 4? That she was taking care of all day. I would be crying as well. The other consensus was when the other wives cried, there were real tears as opposed to Robyn. She used fake tears as a manipulation tactic. Someone believed that Kody may like emotional women, but Janelle Brown was only seen crying when Cristin left. In the quiet chaos of Flagstaff, the Brown family had mastered the art of walking on eggshells. Yet, the latest rift between Kody and Cristin seemed to have shattered any illusion of fragile harmony. The irony of Kody calling Cristin a crybaby was not lost on anyone who had borne witness to his theatrical tantrums over the years. It was a crisp autumn afternoon when the confrontation unfolded. Cristin, now radiantly independent and thriving in Utah, had made the journey to Flagstaff for a rare family gathering. The purpose? To discuss the logistics of co-parenting Truly, their youngest daughter. The mood in the air was tense, a sharp contrast to the colorful leaves swirling around outside. I just think, Kody began, his voice already carrying that familiar edge of self-righteous indignation, that you've been overreacting since the divorce. You're making this harder than it needs to be. Cristin blinked, her jaw tightening. She had promised herself to remain calm, but Kody's penchant for dismissing her feelings ignited a spark of defiance. Harder than it needs to be, she repeated, her tone icy. I'm not the one who insisted on uprooting everyone to Flagstaff or the one who ignored my emotional needs for years. Kody, let's not rewrite history. And there it was, the opening Kody needed. He threw up his hands in exaggerated frustration, pacing the room like a beleaguered martyr. Here we go again. Every conversation turns into you playing the victim. You're such a crybaby, Cristin. Always have been. Always will be. The room fell silent. Janelle, who had been sitting quietly in the corner, snapped her head up. Mary, sipping her tea with the determination of someone who refused to get involved, froze mid-sip. Even Robyn, usually quick to defend Kody, looked uncomfortable. Cristin's laugh was sharp and humorless. Crybaby, she echoed, coming from the man who has cried more over a broken driveway than his broken marriage. That's rich, Kody. The memory hung in the air like a storm cloud. Kody's infamous meltdown over a slight dip in their Flagstaff driveway. He had wailed about it for weeks, comparing it to the financial and emotional burdens of plural marriage. The irony wasn't just apparent, it was blinding. "This isn't about me," Kody snapped, his face flushed. "It's about your inability to let go of the past and move forward." Cristin stood her ground. "Let go of the past. That's all I've been trying to do. But you keep dragging it back, whether it's through these meetings or by constantly undermining my choices." The confrontation took an even more ironic twist when Kody, who had long declared himself the head of the household, began to choke up. His voice wavered as he lamented the failure of their family unit. For a man so eager to label Cristin a crybaby, he seemed awfully close to tears himself. "I gave everything to this family," he said, his voice trembling. "And now I'm the villain? You've turned everyone against me, Cristin, even the kids." Cristin's eyes softened, but only slightly. "Kody, the kids aren't against you. They just see what's real. They see who shows up for them and who doesn't. That's not my doing." Janelle finally interjected, her voice steady but firm. "Kody, maybe it's time to stop deflecting. Cristin's feelings are valid. Dismissing them isn't helping anyone." Kody whirled around to face her. "Oh, so now you're taking her side? Of course you are. That's all anyone ever does around here, gang up on me." Mary set her tea down with a sigh. "Kody, it's not about sides. It's about accountability. Something you might want to consider." For a moment, Kody looked as though he might explode. His face contorted, and his hands balled into fists at his sides. But instead of lashing out further, he turned on his heel and stormed out of the room, muttering under his breath about ingratitude and disrespect. Cristin let out a breath she hadn't realized she was holding. She turned to Janelle and Mary, a wry smile tugging at her lips. "Well, that went about as well as I expected." Janelle chuckled. "Better, actually. He didn't throw anything this time." Mary's lips twitched. Progress is progress. Robin, who had remained conspicuously silent throughout the exchange, finally spoke up. "You know he's hurting, right?" Cristin's gaze sharpened. "We're all hurting, Robin. The difference is, some of us are choosing to heal instead of wallowing in self-pity." Robin flinched but said nothing more. The room lapsed into a contemplative silence, each of the women lost in their own thoughts. Outside, the autumn wind picked up, rattling the windows. It was a reminder of change, inevitable, unstoppable. Cristin felt it in her bones. She was no longer the woman who had once bent over backward to please Kody. She was stronger now, more self-assured. And, while his words had stung, they no longer held the power to break her. Later that evening, as Cristin drove back to her rented Airm, she replayed the confrontation in her mind. The irony of Kody's accusations wasn't just laughable, it was emblematic of their entire relationship. For years, she had shouldered the blame, absorbed the emotional blows, and bent to accommodate his ever-changing whims. But not anymore. Her phone buzzed with a text from Janelle. "Proud of you today. You handled that with grace." Cristin smiled, her heart warming. She typed back a quick reply. "Thanks, Janelle. It's nice to have backup." As she pulled into the driveway of her temporary home, Cristin felt a sense of peace washed over her. She had faced Kody's barbs and come out stronger. The Cristin of the past might have crumbled under his accusations, but the Cristin of today was unshakable. Inside, she poured herself a cup of tea and settled onto the couch. The quiet was soothing, a stark contrast to the chaos she had left behind in Flagstaff. She picked up her journal and began to write, pouring her thoughts onto the page.